Why is my brain not remembering how we start this?
Because we've been at the fair ever since.
I'm blank. Hi, welcome to Show Up Loud. I'm Emily.
I'm Jillian.
And we are two concert-obsessed besties here to talk about live music. Please forgive our exhaustion.
Lack of appearance.
Our rough times. We are currently
suffering. Enjoying ourselves, but suffering.
We're in the middle of a 10-day stretch at the New York State Fair.
We've only had 2 days off.
Yeah. And that was only because I couldn't recover from Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Because we would have gone one of those days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, New York State Fair has a bunch of concerts. This year's lineup has been amazing. So we've been there almost every single day. That'll be another episode. But we're right smack dab in the middle of it right now. We've got our last day tonight. So if we're a little low energy, that's why. But today, we're going to talk about Philly.
Oh.
Wait.
I don't even know why I brought my notebook.
No, I thought about writing down some notes and I was just like, nah, we're just going to talk about it. Yeah. It's fine. So we've known since earlier this year that we were going to go to Philly.
Yep.
Back a couple months ago, Linkin Park did a raffle that they called the up from the bottom raffle for if you were selected, you could put in your name for tickets for any city that they had on the list. And if you were selected, you would get 2 random tickets, or I think it might have been however many, maybe up to 4 or something that you asked for.
Up to 4.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So when Linkin Park originally came back and announced their tours and stuff, we had already bought so many other concert tickets that I was like, we really can't afford this.
Yeah.
Which sucked so bad. But, things always work out.
Especially when you're hurt.
Yep. So I put...
And Show Up Loud.
Yep. So I put in our names for the Up From the Bottom raffle for the Philadelphia show. And got the email on the day that they did all the selections that we were chosen. So we got 2 tickets for, I think it was $35 a ticket. Mm-hmm. And they were random, so we didn't get to pick where we sat, but we lucked out.
They were so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. A lot of the pictures and videos that we'll add on here, you'll see we didn't zoom in.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see when we did, but otherwise we didn't need to.
Yeah, we didn't have to too much. So we were 9th row of the 100 level at it used to be the Wells Fargo Arena, but they actually just renamed it to the Xfinity Arena. Mm. So that's the basketball arena in Philadelphia where the 76ers?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's where they play. I've been to a lot of shows there, and it's a pretty good venue. In general, Philadelphia is a really good place to see a show because there's so much parking. It's so kind of centralized, all of the different arenas and stadiums and whatnot are in one area. And every time I've gone there for a show, it's been a really good experience. So we got those tickets and literally cannot believe still, even though now that we've been there, that we got to see Linkin Park.
I still have that stupid smile on my face when someone brings up Linkin Park because now I'm like, I've been there. I've seen them.
Yes, exactly. And it was an inner child healing moment.
It was.
It really was.
Goth me was crying my eyes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was amazing.
It really was.
There's a whole other story before we get to that craziness.
Yeah. Okay, so we planned our whole trip to Philadelphia, booked the hotel, got ready to go. It was perfect. It was a whole weekend, so it was we'll just go away for the weekend.
And when you travel with Emily, there's always an itinerary
yes.
of other fun things we got to do too.
Exactly. One of the best things about traveling for concerts is that you can also sightsee somewhere. So we're in Philadelphia. Was that your first time in Philadelphia?
It was.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we planned out some museum and stuff like that we wanted to do also while we were there. Mm-hmm. So plan was that we were going to get there on Friday and we were going to go out And then we were gonna go to a museum the next day and have cheesesteaks and then see Linkin Park. And then before leaving, go to the Japanese house in, was it Fairmount Park, I think it is?
Shofosu. I know that's the name of the Japanese house.
Yeah, I think it's in Fairmount Park. So we were going to go see that as well. So that was our itinerary, at least as far as you knew.
So now we get to the hotel and I'm sitting out front with our luggage because, we don't pack light for anything.
Mm-mm.
And she's parking her SUV. As she's walking back, I'm scrolling through Facebook and it says on there that Alice Cooper and My Chemical Romance are playing at the baseball stadium that night. Now, initially, when we had set everything and planned for the hotel and going out and our other itineraries on our sheet here, she had asked me if we wanted to go to emo night. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. So the whole thing Friday was we're going to get to the hotel, relax for like an hour, and then go get ready for emo night. So I'm sitting here looking at this Alice Cooper My Chemical Romance flyer, and I'm like, I wonder if she saw this. Probably did, though. She's walking up. I got as far as saying, hey, did you know? And she cuts me off and says, yeah, I know. That's where we're going tonight. Surprise.
She didn't even have to finish explaining. Like, she never said My Chemical Romance. She never said Alice Cooper.
I didn't even show her my phone.
Yeah, she literally was just like, do you know who's playing tonight at the baseball stadium? And I was just like, yeah, we're going. Because here is what the truth was.
Yes.
So I realized months before that the same weekend that we were already booked and planned to be in Philly, My Chemical Romance was going to play the night before Linkin Park at Citizens Bank Park. And when I saw that, I immediately thought, I have to figure out how to get these tickets. Because that was another one that they went on tour, but I remember when they announced the tour, we both were looking at it. Tickets were insanely expensive. And
not even just because it was My Chemical Romance, but because it was Alice Cooper too.
Well, remember they did the tour, so like Alice Cooper was, each spot had a different beginning, like act or whatever. Yeah. And I think I actually remember when we were originally looking at it, before I was like, oh God, I don't think we can do it. I was actually looking more at the Toronto location. And I cannot remember now who was opening for Toronto, but I think that was the one where I was like, oh, okay. But basically, when you add in the cost of the tickets plus the cost of a trip, I was like, we can't afford to see them. But when I realized they were playing the same weekend as Linkin Park, I was like, okay, well then that's not adding the cost of a trip.
Right.
Because the trip is already happening.
Yep.
So if I can manage to only do the tickets, it'll be perfect. So even then, the tickets were crazy expensive.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. So I was watching kind of the resales and everything constantly, just being like, if I see a good ticket within a price that I can manage, I'm going to jump on it and I'm going to do it. And so I'll just check like every other week. I'll be like, oh, let me see what they're looking like and stuff like that. And then maybe like a month before we left, I started seeing the prices were in an area I was comfortable paying.
Yeah.
And so then I start really being like, okay, maybe we can do this. And I was talking to my sister one night and I was kind of explaining how I really wanted to try to make this happen. And she says to me, she goes, you just got to do it. She's like, you just got to do it. Like, you can't pass this up. So that night I get on and I find the tickets and I buy them. And so at this point, the keeping it a secret thing, hardest thing in the world.
Oh, I know. The kids said the same thing.
Oh my God. I was like, you need to keep your mouth shut. You need to keep your mouth shut. And anytime like the topic of My Chemical Romance would come up or the topic of Philly would come up, I'm sitting there like, don't say anything. It was so bad. It was so bad. And like when we were filming our last episode and you started talking about Philly, I'm just like, shut up. Because you were like, it's going to be such a big weekend. And I'm like, you don't even know. But yeah, so we get there. I say we're going, and I just watch the wheels in your head turn.
Both brain cells inside my head just stopped computing.
Yes.
Like, they were like, okay, wait, we heard what she said, but did she actually say that?
And
Are we actually going to go see Alice Cooper and My Chemical Romance?
And the thing you said back to me, because there was just such disbelief, and you had on your like full sarcasm voice, and you just go, oh, we're going to go see My Chemical Romance? Yeah.
I didn't even think, like, how did you know?
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, My Chemical Romance is one of my big
Yes.
bucket list bands. So I was a crying mess.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that show, oh my God. So our seats, they were in like the nosebleed section, but we had
the best seats.
We had front row of the 400 section.
Right up against the glass.
Yeah. So there was nobody in front of us. And one of the things I've seen a lot online about the My Chemical Romance shows in particular is because they're in baseball fields. You know how baseball fields have the nets? So actually a lot of people who actually had like 100 section tickets had complaints because the nets were in front of them.
Believe it. They're not easy to see through.
Right, exactly. Like I've been to, our local baseball place and had those seats, and it is a little like...
I played baseball. You can't even see your team or your family members past the dugout.
Right. It's like unless you get the exact right focus in your eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us to be up there, we just had a clear view of the stage, and honestly, the way that they did that whole theatrical...
with the center stage and everything. It was beautiful.
It was so good. And like, I like My Chemical Romance, but I'm not like you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm more of just like a casual fan. I was much more deep on the like...
Versus me, I'm like, when's the next Black Parade? I'll be there.
Yeah. I was much more deep into like Linkin Park. And then also like just straight pop music and stuff. More of the like emo pop punk was more like lighter on my radar when I was growing up. Like I knew obviously of the Black Parade and like their hits and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as much of like a diehard thing for me. So, but even then it was still like, it would be great to get to see them at least once in our lives, and then with, once again, just because we're fucking old, so many bands, it's like, are they going to keep touring? Like, what's the deal going to be? So kind of the same thing. And like, they came back and it's like, we got to figure it out somehow. We got to go.
We always said, come hell or high water, we were going to see My Chemical Romance one day. We were going to break out of our nursing home to go see them too.
Yes. So it was like, this was the perfect opportunity. Here we are. They're playing. We're going to be in the same town anyway. Like, we got to make it happen. And we did. And it was epic.
It was absolutely amazing.
It was so good.
It actually kind of kicked Incarceration's ass.
See, not for me.
I still loved that. And I can't wait for next year.
Yes. But I do think Linkin Park gave Incarceration a run for the money for me.
Oh, yeah.
For me.
No, even if we hadn't seen Alice Cooper and My Chemical Romance, I would absolutely still agree with you on that.
And then also at the same time, just the weekend as a whole, the fact that we went from, like, the way I like to describe it is it's like we got into a little time machine for the weekend.
I was thinking a lot of our trips, like we've done other trips where we've gone away overnight, but they were still kind of local, like Bethel, New York, or
Yes.
Lake. Other times we've been out of the area. We usually have the kids with us. I think this was our first girl vacation.
Yeah, definitely. Because like
it was just us two. We got to go to that corpse museum.
Yes.
And just not saying that I'm complaining about the kids because I love when the kids are with us.
Of course.
But it was just so nice to have us just both as adults just beep bop, beep bop, beep bop.
Right, exactly.
And like look and okay, I still see two heads. Okay.
No, totally. Because the only other time that we went away together without the kids was Incarceration. So we were doing that the whole time. It wasn't like getting to sightsee and do other things. This really was the first like vacation.
Yeah, where we got to walk around Philly. Like
Mhm.
it was like a little mini New York City. I loved it.
Definitely. So we're gonna have to do it again. And my sister mentioned to me that they're trying to not go to Philly for shows just so that they can like sightsee other cities.
That makes sense.
You know, so I'm kind of thinking that like next year maybe I'll get us tickets to
Maybe like
somebody
Boston
in like
or something.
Boston, or if we do Boston, we can hit up Salem on the side and things like that. So, you know, just kind of just picking some of the other areas.
Yeah.
You know,
Because that's what I like. What we do when we travel is we always pick something that's like off the concert roster. You know, like the museum,
something else to do.
The Japanese house.
Yes. Absolutely. And it's really nice, and we'll definitely keep doing that. And it's like we live in a good place where there's a lot of places that we can get to within like a kind of 5-hour radius.
Yeah.
So,
oh God, yeah.
Because I know sometimes people play in Pittsburgh too, and then there's Connecticut. I mean, not that it's necessarily the best place to go see a show when it comes to like figuring out the travel, but I do want to at some point see someone at Madison Square Garden. Like, and I think if we did that, we could take the train out there.
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
We could take the train out there, get like a hotel for the weekend or for whatever days that we're there, and then take the train back. Yeah. I think that would probably be a good one to do at some point. So
I agree.
Yeah. So next year, if people aren't coming here or Darien, obviously, then let's try to pick some stuff outside of Philly, because I've been to Philly 3 times this year. I'm a little spent on Philly.
I don't blame you, but I loved my first time down there.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay, so the My Chemical Romance show, they basically, first whole half was this like theatrical, them doing the Black Parade. It was really interesting, really cool. And then when they finished that, they went out onto the second stage and did songs from other albums and were just like themselves performing. And
some of their older stuff too.
Yeah, it was like a good set list of different like things.
And the energy was amazing. I mean, I wouldn't say all of their songs we were loud for, but I would say majority of the songs that they performed, you heard the 42,000 sold out crowd over the top of him singing and screaming along.
Absolutely.
I
agree.
have a video recording where they did the Welcome to the Black Parade. I missed the G note, obviously, because I was just like, oh, the second I heard it. But I have that whole intro in the beginning where it's just the crowd and he just stops and you just watch him like just listen to all of us. It was amazing.
It was heavenly. And that was the biggest, like crowd wise, that was the biggest venue that we've ever been to. I mean, like we obviously Incarceration, massive field and stuff.
Yes.
But when it comes to like a stadium type of situation, this was the biggest that we had ever gone to. And it was just
being in the park.
Amazing.
The energy in the park with the concert. I actually would have loved to see like a video of what people heard outside of the park, because I know we were all that loud in there.
Oh my God, you're right.
I want to know how far out people in Philly like.
Yeah, that's a good point. God, we could have probably, you know, even if I hadn't been able to get tickets, we could have gone like bought a parking pass and just like for real.
We could have just tailgated with some cheesesteaks. Some heirlooms and called it a night.
Exactly. Like the fact that it being an open stadium like that.
42,000 people screaming the lyrics to "I'm Not Okay." Like, how loud did that get? What's the decibel level on
God,
that?
it was insane. It was so good.
It was that amazing. Like when I say I was crying, majority of the time I was crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be a savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the
So the next day, we get up and we go to the Mutter Museum, I think that's how it's pronounced.
I think so.
Yeah, so it's like a medical museum where they have a lot of like specimens and stuff of like medical issues, and like they have a whole kind of like skull wall.
They have like what was it, the skeleton of the tallest human in the
Oh,
world or something. It's like, what,
yes.
7'2" or 7'3" or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the time, like it was
Yeah.
the tallest.
And what's really funny is, and I didn't think of this when, you know, we were saying we were going to go there, is I didn't think about how My Chemical Romance fans plus like a macabre type museum.
Yeah.
So it was
more like a social gathering.
packed. It was packed, and everybody had on their MCR merch, and like it was crazy.
You were there tonight. Are you coming to Linkin Park tonight? Yep. Okay, see you there.
Yep, I was wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt, not even one that I got at the show, just one that I had. And I walk into the bathroom, and a girl like almost bump into a girl, and she's wearing the same shirt. And she looks at me, she goes, "I like your shirt." I'm like, "Oh, I like yours too." So I was like, yes, this is what we all decided to do the next day. So that was really cool. We got our cheesesteaks.
We did. They were huge and they were so good. We actually finished eating them after we came home from Linkin Park.
Yeah, we ate like half at the place and then wrapped up the rest for after concert food, because let me tell you, after concert food is a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
When you get home from a concert, you want food.
After, killing all your energy from jumping and screaming around, your body is just starving for something.
Absolutely. You need food.
Yep.
So we go to the museum, we have our cheesesteaks, then we go back to the hotel so that we can get ready for Linkin Park. And I swear to God, I'm still in denial that happened.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around the fact that I got to be in an arena full of people screaming, numb, and in the end, crawling.
Oh my God.
It was
Paper cut.
And yes, the set list that they chose,
Oh, it was gorgeous.
they covered everything that they
any-
needed to.
Anything better.
And I love the like Castle of Glass bits. Oh my God, with that being like the kind of music that they would also play like in between was the Castle of Glass music.
It was like right in the middle.
Yes.
Like they would kind of like space it out too. Like they would play Castle of Glass and then they would go into like one of the older songs. They'd switch it back. It was like a nice little.
Oh my God.
And the laser light show that they had.
They did an amazing laser show. The one that we went to was one that they did in the round, because not all of their shows did they set up that way.
But I loved how they did that, and we got to be a part of that, because I was curious too how that worked. So with it being a center stage, you see everybody is around the stage. There is no front stage, backstage, left, right. It's just all around you. So it was pretty cool to see halfway through the show, they had this like intermission.
Yep.
They kind of went full blackout mode. You're too busy watching the laser light show going on in the arena, but you have no idea that they were actually swapping sides. They were moving the drum set from our side to the other. So that means we got Mike Shinoda in front of us.
Yes, they took how everything was set up and they just like rotated it, because even though obviously like Mike Shinoda and Emily were like moving around the stage, they still had like their side where their stuff was.
Yeah, and there were times Mike would get his guitar out too. He still kind of moved around a little bit, but there were times where he would kind of stay put on one part or two of the songs. Yeah.
So when the show started, Emily was kind of like stationed on our side and Mike Shinoda was on the other side. And so they did half the show, and then like you said, they darked it out and rotated everybody around so that Mike and Emily would flip sides. And I had this realization at this moment. I was like, oh, the songs that I know they're going to do that they haven't done yet, and we're going to get Mike on our side. I just was like, I'm going to lose it.
And you pointed it out to me. Like, she's grabbing my shoulder and shaking me. She's like, I just realized something. And she just explained that whole thing. And I'm like, you're right. The best songs are coming up, and we get to sing them with Mike Shinoda this time. Oh my God! It was like full out inner child. There was no internal screaming.
No,
I was
external screaming,
big time. big time. But it's so loud in there that everybody else is doing that too.
Mhm.
You could even hear yourself scream.
No, you really couldn't.
That's how loud it was in there.
It was just this like
beautiful.
roar, this roar, and the chorus. And we'll put some clips in, but just the chorus of the entire arena singing these songs. I have waited my whole life for this.
Something inside me that pulls beneath the surface. Find myself again. My walls are closing in.
It's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before.
And Mike threw in the 2 big hits he did when he went
His
solo.
Fort Minor stuff. Yep.
He threw those 2 big songs in there, and Emily sang along on those with him. And they, oh my God. When I say there wasn't a dry eye in that arena, I mean, there were full grown men sobbing.
I was sobbing. I almost passed out at one point. I was like, I'm going to fall over the freaking chairs, like down the thing, because I'm just losing my
Yeah,
mind.
everybody's jumping around. Like, it was like Limp Bizkit jumping all over
Yes.
again, but for Linkin Park. And I thought the same thing. I actually bashed my bad knee into the back of the seat at one point. That's why I was like in so much pain on the way home.
That makes sense.
So I was, and I wasn't thinking about it because we're driving home, and I'm like, why is my knee freaking killing me? Like, and it was making me sick. Like, the pain was getting so bad.
Yeah.
And then it just dawned on me one night. I was in bed, and I'm like, it's because of all the jumping around. And then I remembered hitting that part of my knee just right in that sweet spot, and that's what did it.
I had banged on a level that I should not be doing.
Yeah, somebody was in a severe car accident years ago and had to have major neck surgery, and now she's a headbanger.
Yeah, it's just not great. I'm sure my spinal surgeon is thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
I joke with you and tell you all the time, make sure you bring your collard grease with you.
And I never do.
No.
No.
And then every morning you wake up, you're like,
I'm like, I can't.
Shit.
But I mean, I had to. So, you know, that's whatever.
Well, I get it because now I also have been in a car accident and I have neck issues from
Now you feel it.
Yep. So now I know, and I even not even just so much like the headbanging, even just the jumping around, like it's enough for my neck into my shoulders, and that's where it gets me.
And like I have a new problem now
oh no,
where like my legs right here, like I don't think they like me.
do they fall asleep?
No, they get like sore,
Oh
but like my bone is sore.
yeah, we call those shin splints.
But let me tell you, the severity that they were the other night, and they've been getting progressively worse since incarceration.
Oh yeah,
Like that's kind of where it started. And then after Linkin Park, they were pretty sore from jumping. After Little John the other night,
oh well, okay, hang on. You went balls to the wall for Little John to the point I don't think I've ever seen you at that point before.
we get back here. I'm laying in bed and I've got like my legs elevated or whatever. And Ash comes in to check on me. And I'm like, Ash, I don't know if I should go get an x-ray. I think I did something. But being a dancer, Ash was like, tell me how it feels. You know, like explaining what I'm going through. And Ash was like, I promise you, give it a day or two, it'll be fine. That used to happen to me all the time. I was like, okay.
Like double-header softball games with those. I literally used to have ace bandages, like the sticky ace bandage ones. I used to have different colored ones, and I'd wrap them all the way up my legs just so I could stay running.
Yeah. I'm thinking that I want to get some of that for after shows. Because like what I did, because I have a pair of like really tight like wool socks that kind of like does the compression thing.
Yeah.
So I had put those on after, which helped. But you don't really want to be putting on wool socks in, in the summer. So
No, but if you get compression socks, they're like
that's what I was
breathable.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to get. And then also just in general, you know, concert season is coming to an end. We're going to be, you know, going just through the winter times, the sad and dark times.
Not anymore. We have the song and dance club. And we're
We're going to have to go check some stuff out there for real. But in general, it's going to be chiller. And I'm so serious. I'm getting in the gym and I'm getting my muscles up so that next concert season,
so crowd surfing will be a little
I'll be
easier.
a little better. Yeah. Able to handle everything.
Plus, we wanted to give crowd surfing a try too.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, that's definitely my goal, is like hitting the gym on a regular basis, getting my muscles up so that next concert season, maybe I'll be a little bit more prepared. Cause like I did a little bit before this concert season, but I could do more.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Okay. So Linkin Park, epic show.
It was truly amazing.
It was amazing. I know that there's like some people who are like, oh, they shouldn't have come back with a different singer. You know, they should, whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings about how they came back.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, just my personal opinion and how I feel about it is A, I am glad that they came back. Mm-hmm. B, the only way I was going to be supporting it is if it was a female singer.
Same.
So they checked that box.
Yeah.
I did not feel like they should come back with another male.
No.
It wouldn't have worked for me, and I probably wouldn't be as into it as I am with Emily being their singer now.
Agreed.
I think she does a great job, both in the new songs that they do that are with her, and doing a great job covering, you know, Chester's part in older stuff. Mm-hmm. I really think she does a good job about it.
Very respectful about it.
Mm-hmm. The way
everything is all about Chester too. Like when they have a break in between songs, it was always, you know, Chester this, Chester that.
Yeah, and you feel it. She's not like. Basically, the comparison I can make is when Hinder got their new singer, it didn't feel respectful.
Right.
And I think that was one of the differences, is like the new singer came in and he was like, yeah, I'm the rock star now. And there wasn't a lot of like, that was just the vibe I got, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas this, I really feel like it's a lot more about moving forward and doing stuff that they love while still respecting the history and what Chester brought to the band for all the years that he was with them.
And I said this to you when we were there in between songs, the way her energy pours out into the songs, especially Chester's original music, even though she's the one screaming it, you can still hear and feel Chester in the room with you. Mm-hmm. Like it's actually almost eerie. And then like,
I agree.
Coming from people who has done, you know, we've done paranormal investigations and such like that in our past, but this was on a whole other level.
Yeah. I agree.
In the best way possible. Like, yes, you hear Emily screaming, but at the same time, it's almost like you still hear Chester screaming it right behind her. 100%.
It feels right. And I think one of it is like, I can be just so set in my thoughts that Chester wouldn't have wanted Mike to not still be able to have this.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like with watching Mike perform, and seeing the light in his eyes and how much he loves to do this, that there's no way that Chester would have wanted him to just hang it up.
And what was it when we did in the end, and you know the whole crowd, I'm trying not to cry even thinking about it.
Yeah.
To this day, you can still see Mike Shinoda's eyes get teared up. And times he would stop playing guitar and stop singing, and he would just sit there in awe.
And
listen to the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
It was amazing. Like I said, I'm trying not to like.
No, I am. Like, my eyelid is twitching.
It was such a surreal moment.
I know, and I'm so glad that we got to be there for that. Like,
we should have brought tissues.
Ooh, I bought almost no merch this concert season. Like, I really held myself back.
Yeah.
And then we get to Linkin Park. And I'm like, okay, well, I need it here.
And I'm in line with you going, I really shouldn't be spending this money, and I really don't need another hoodie, but that zip-up hoodie is like screaming my name.
I mean, that was a nice hoodie. I'm really glad that they had a not black t-shirt, because truthfully, I do not need another black t-shirt.
Oh no, and this is why they call me Goth Spice.
I have probably over 100 now. It's bad. So when I saw that they had the pink tie-dye, I was like, oh, now I can completely justify this in my mind. I don't have a lot of pink shirts.
Meanwhile, I'm looking for this black t-shirt, and I'm going through 2 piles of clean clothes looking for said black shirt. You know it's bad when your mother watches you go through your clothes going, how do you know what shirt is what? You know, Mom, some days I just don't.
Right. So, and I will say that is true when you have stuff that's like plain black. Sometimes I'll put on a plain black shirt and be like, oh, this wasn't the one that I thought it was.
Same. It's awful.
I mean, most of mine are screen printed, so I don't have it as bad as you do, but. And then the gummy bears, or the gummy guitars and whatnot.
Oh, the Linkin Park Haribo gummies. They're so cute.
They're so cute. I haven't eaten mine.
I ate mine, but I saved the wrapper so I can put it in my...
That's what I'm planning on doing. I just haven't been able to even bring myself to open them.
They do taste really good.
Yeah. I'm sure I will at some point, but right now they're sitting on my desk looking pretty.
I inhaled mine right at the seat once we sat
Yep.
down. I was like, I can't help it. I can't not eat these. They're going to go bad. They're going to get hard, and then they're going to start disintegrating. So
No, I mean, I'm definitely going to eat them, and within a reasonable amount of time.
yeah.
But for right now, they're sitting there. Actually, if I'm being honest, everything from the Philly trip is still just sitting in a bag. I haven't unpacked.
That's not uncommon with you.
I know.
You'll unpack the day before we need to leave for Blink 182.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I've gone in there, I've like gotten out stuff that I need, but all of like my merch and the stuff that I bought, no, it's all just chilling there still.
I have this thing when I buy merch, because I use the cubby storage bins for all my laundry and all my clean clothes. And I cleaned out one cubby, and it's dedicated to all the brand new merch.
Oh, I love that.
That's it.
That's a good
all
idea.
That's allowed in there.
That's a really good idea. I still haven't worn everything that I've gotten
Me neither.
this year. Like I haven't worn the Linkin Park shirt. I haven't worn the Mansion shirt with his face on the front. But I think I've worn the other stuff I got.
I haven't worn my 3 Days Grace shirt yet.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I know. I got to wear that one next.
Maybe next year I will clear out some of my clothes so I can make some room for new merch, but I don't know. No promises.
No.
No. Mm-mm. I would like, because I've kind of noticed the past couple shows we've gone to, pullover hoodies have not been as common.
No, and it's kind of upsetting me because that's my weakness.
No, same. I probably would have bought a lot more merch this year if there had been more pullover hoodies.
I got the one pullover from Incarceration,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had a pullover for Linkin Park,
Mm-hmm.
but I said, because every girl knows this is the common rule, not only does every girl need at least one zip-up hoodie, but you need to have at least one oversized hoodie.
Yes.
So I felt like I scored both.
Yes.
Getting my Linkin Park zip-up, because not only was it black and zip-up, but I got it in a medium, so it's super big on me.
Right. And no, it was. And all of the Linkin Park merch was like extra size. Like,
yeah, the size is real big.
because I got my Linkin Park shirt in a medium, which normally would be too small on me.
Right.
But it's still on the larger side on
Yeah.
me. Which I'm like, that's a little odd. I
Yeah,
don't
usually
know.
it's the other way around with merch. Usually you have to go up a size
Yes.
because they run smaller.
But you know what? The Manson stuff I got actually was a similar, not to the extent of Linkin Park, but I got 2 Manson shirts. I got one in an extra large, wanting it to be like a little big, but it was bigger than, and I still like it. It's still great.
Yeah.
But it was bigger than I thought an extra large should be. So then when I went back to get the second Manson shirt, I got a large. And then that kind of fits more like my extra larges normally do.
Makes sense.
So I don't know what's going on there, but they got to figure out their merch sizes.
Well, I was lucky at Ink to even get a Slipknot shirt because they actually didn't even have anything but Incarceration for their tour. They were actually in the middle of their European tour.
So it wasn't like they had a bunch of tour merch to even be selling.
Yeah, so my Slipknot shirt has the new album cover on it, and then on the back it just says Slipknot with the date and then Incarceration Festival on it.
Yeah. I like my Manson ones because he just had like a couple stops as well. So it's like I think there's like 3 different stops on the back of my Manson shirt, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then my Incarceration shirt I love. And my Avril merch I love.
I love my long sleeve Incarceration shirt with the snake and the roses all
The
over
snake,
it.
that one's really cool.
It's gorgeous. It's my favorite.
That one's really cool. I think Incarceration tickets are going to go on sale soon.
Yeah.
I think they said September.
I thought I read that.
So I'm gonna put in our order right away before they even release any lineup, because then it'll be the cheapest.
It don't matter anyway. There's gonna be 30 bands, and we saw
That's what I'm saying.
like 22 or 23 of them when we were there.
Yeah, it's really not gonna matter.
No,
Nope.
we're gonna be there regardless.
Yep. So I'll put in an order for those as soon as they come in. So back to Philly. After Linkin Park, we get back to the hotel. We eat our leftover cheesesteaks, which was the perfect after concert food.
It was amazing.
Perfect.
Inhaled
Mm-hmm.
and then passed out.
Crashed. And I literally felt dead the next morning.
Same. You were like, you still want to go to the Japanese house? And I was like, I really wanted to go. So I was like a little kid. I was like, yes, I want to go. And my body's like,
And that's why,
lay down
I was like totally down to go, but I was like, let me make sure we're both like
on the same page.
on the same page that we want to go, because physically, not too sure about this.
Because I know for a fact if I had said no, you would have said, okay, that's fine with me.
I'm good with that. Exactly. So the Japanese house, if you're ever in Philly, you really should go check this out. It's in Fairmount Park. And it's just like a traditional Japanese house turned into like a museum.
Beautiful. With
yeah.
the Zen garden and everything.
And a koi pond with massive koi fish in it. Massive. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. Even though it's a museum, like you get to walk around inside, and you know, there are people who can like tell you things about it. And there's a couple of displays with like history stuff on it. But honestly, I would keep going back, even though I've already seen it twice now. I've seen it. Because it's just so peaceful. You could literally just go and sit on the deck for a little while and look out across the koi pond and, you know, hang out with the fish and stuff. So it's just such a wonderful Zen place. And I'll probably keep going there every single time I hit Philly.
Same.
Because it's amazing.
It's so pretty there. The people are nice. The
Yes.
place is gorgeous. Like the landscaping, the kois. I mean, those kois were monstrous.
When I first saw them, I just could not believe it. I'm like, I've seen some big fish, but
And I usually have koi fish. I have a koi fish. He's not really all that great. He was kind of born deformed. So instead of being a straight fish, his tail kind of goes up. So he's not really going to be a big boy koi fish like the ones we've seen. But I mean, I've had koi fish like a good portion of my life.
Yeah.
And I have never seen kois this big. And when I say their faces were like this big around.
Right.
They were this big around. Like, I got close with my camera and I'm like, holy shit, they can eat me alive.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
But we had a blast. Drove home. Crashed.
Yes.
I had everything in me to even crawl into the house.
Honestly, I can't remember much of getting home.
No.
Because it was just this, like, after such a weekend that felt so unbelievable.
Yes.
Like, I know we got home, obviously, but really the only thing I remember about going home is stopping at the Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I
We
remember.
stopped at the Krispy Kreme to try to get Harry Potter donuts, and we learned not all Krispy Kremes carry the Harry Potter donuts.
Yep. The donuts were still good,
They were.
but they were not why we went.
What if my Slytherin donut?
Yeah. I'm a Gryffindor one. So, but yeah, then we get home and we had 2 days off before jumping into the fair.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
And we've been at it since last Wednesday.
Yeah. I feel like for the first time in my life, I have actually reached a point where I'm kind of ready to just be in the routine of the school year.
I love our concert season, and I love how we always amp it up year after year. I can't wait to sadly go-kart this winter.
Yeah, no, same.
I would love to just like go to song and dance a couple times.
Some
if we find
casual shit.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yep. Mm,
as far as like big shows, festivals, I don't even want to go for seats. I just
yep. Yep.
I'm good for right now. I think we had so much inner child therapy this concert season that I'm just mentally I'm just like, I'm okay now.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to chase it anymore. I'm excited to just deep clean my kitchen for Thanksgiving and sit at my dining room table working on a puzzle. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to do that.
Yeah, same. Kind of ready to just, snuggle in, get ready to watch horror movies with my favorite people and, get ready to do all the fall Halloween shit.
Yeah.
Especially because I didn't celebrate it last year.
Yeah, so you got to go hard this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Speaking of which, I want to grab my decor before I
yeah. We have 2 weeks kind of left. So we finish up fair season. We go to Blink 182. And then pretty much after that, we're done for the season.
Yeah. But we're going to go do some 2000s new metal healing one last time and go hit the roller coasters.
Absolutely. And see Travis Barker in person.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. So that's everything that we have for this week. We will be back next week with another episode. I don't know what that episode is yet, but
Might be covering as many.
it's either going to be one of our listies or the fair one.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
I got
see.
that one that we were talking
Yeah,
about. too.
yeah. I still got to write mine for those.
Doesn't surprise me.
So I don't know. Might be the fair next week. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just tune in.
Exactly. Thank you so much for watching or listening. Until next time, bye.
Bye.